Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would sit down and update you guys on a few different areas of my life, some baby updates, pregnancy updates, house/moving updates, social media updates, channel updates. I just feel like I have a whole bunch of things that I wanted to update you guys on, so I thought why not sit down and get it all out in one video. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, head on down there and subscribe. I appreciate that always. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So the most obvious and pressing update is probably my hair. If you guys missed the last video I uploaded, I vlogged getting my hair done. Harris decided to surprise me with a hair appointment, and I got my hair cut and obviously colored. That's probably the biggest difference, is that I am more blonde now, but I am so obsessed with it and he loves it. So this is probably the most obvious of the updates. If you guys missed that vlog, I will link it up here if you guys are interested in checking it out. But yeah, I dyed and cut my hair. But now on to all the other updates. I of course have them written down in my blue notebook. I feel like I always have this out in all my update videos, but this is just where I write down all my talking points, so I make sure that I hit everything that I want to discuss with you guys. So I guess the first thing I'm going to update you guys on is my pregnancy and the twins. So I am currently 22 weeks pregnant, and I think the last time I updated you guys on my pregnancy and everything, I was about 18 weeks pregnant. And to be completely honest, nothing really has changed with me very much, other than the belly is of course growing. And the one thing that I have noticed is that my linea nigra has definitely darkened, and I now have like a half ring around my belly button that is like a dark ring. So I will do a quick belly shot for you guys, and you guys will probably be able to see that there. But other than that, I haven't really had a lot of changes. I still feel pretty much the same. I'm still out of breath. I'm still kind of uncomfortable, and I thought the uncomfortability would have gotten worse, but I feel like I'm just the same as what I was the last time I talked to you guys. And at my last doctor's appointment, I was weighing in at 20 pounds extra. So I've gained 20 pounds, give or take, so far, and I'm 22 weeks. That doctor's appointment was 2 weeks ago, so who knows if I gained any more weight. But so far, I'm up 20 pounds. Now, as for the twins, I had a 20-week appointment with my regular OB. That was when my mom was in town. And then I had my level 2 sonogram at 21 weeks, which was last week, which I did vlog. So if you guys missed that, I will also link that up here for you guys. But starting with the 20-week appointment, I'm measuring on track. We were not going to do a sonogram there, but since I had my mom with me, I asked them if I could get one just so she could see the twins. So I did get one. Everything was looking great, heartbeats, everything like that. And like I said, they're measuring right on track. So then last week was my level 2 sonogram, and if you guys have been following along, you would know that that was a whole mess in itself getting that appointment. And it was supposed to be when my mom was here, but unfortunately it was unable to be then. So I had it last week, and Harris took off work so he could come with me. But as for the level 2 sono, everything was looking great with the boys, measuring right on track. And they have all their organs, all their fingers and toes, all their bones and everything like that. They said that the predicted weights for the boys, so baby A is measuring at 1 pound and 1 ounce, and baby B is measuring at 1 pound, which I thought was kind of shocking because my app said that they were only supposed to be like 13, 14 ounces at 21 weeks. But the boys are already each 1 pound or higher. And then as for their location, so baby A, of course, is always the one that is closest to my cervix, but baby A is very, very low down, and he is head down, so he kind of comes up around on the right side, and then baby B's head is right next to baby A's feet, and he comes up and around the top of my belly and is more on the left side. So that is how they're laying inside me. I do feel a lot more movement on the right, just because I think I have baby A's feet and baby B's arms up there. I do feel some movement on the left, but I mainly feel it and see it on the right. I'm seeing a lot of movement outside my body now. I try and catch it on camera, but I swear the second that I pull out my camera, the boys stop moving and then I can't catch anything. But my mom has felt them, my grandma has felt them, Harris has felt them, especially yesterday. Baby A gave a really hard kick and Harris felt that, so I'm really happy that he's starting to be more engaged and can actually feel what I feel. But even the ultrasound tech at my level 2 sono said that the boys are so extremely active. When she was trying to measure them, they would not stop moving. They were swimming around and moving around in there. So they are both very active babies, and I definitely feel that. They move around a lot throughout the day. I'm sitting in class, they're moving around. I'm driving home from class, laying in bed. Especially when I'm getting ready to fall asleep. Baby A, I usually try and fall asleep on my right side, but I always have to turn to my left because baby A will kick against the bed. I feel like whenever I lean on them or have my hands on them or there's like pressure on an area, they push against that and they do not like that. So they're definitely very active babies, but they're both so healthy so far, which me and Harris are super happy about. We just want healthy babies, and they're measuring on track, which I'm really happy about because my concern with twins was if one was not going to be growing as much as the other. But since they have separate placentas, they're getting equal nutrition. It's not like one's going to be pulling nutrition away from the other. So they're measuring on track. They're both 1 pound or over. They are extremely active. And I guess another update for the boys that doesn't really have to do with them physically, if that makes sense, is that we have names picked out for the boys. So you guys unfortunately are not going to get to know their names until they're born. Harris and I have decided to kind of keep that a surprise for you guys. So hopefully we don't accidentally say it in a vlog, but you guys will find out their names in their birth vlog or the vlog after that. But let me tell you, picking names was so difficult. So we had one name picked out. Once I found out we were pregnant, we kind of started coming up with a list of names, and even before I found out I was pregnant, the talk of babies was always something we talked about. So we had always kind of discussed names here or there, and one name that always stuck out to both of us that we both knew that we really loved was the name that we are going to be using for baby A. So we had one name picked out right off the bat. When we found out it was a boy, we're like, great, we can use the name that we both liked, easy peasy. But then if you guys have been following along, you would know that I knew that one or both could be boys for a few weeks. So then we had to start thinking of both boy and girl names just because we didn't know what the second twin was going to be. And once we found out that it was a boy, then we were like, okay, we really need to try and figure out a name for him. So we took the next few weeks going back and forth trying to pick a name, and every name I said Harris did not like. Some names he said I really didn't like, and I just felt like we were having so much trouble coming to an agreement on baby B's name. We kind of thought we liked one of my suggestions, but Harris wound up not liking it after a few days, and then he came up with 2 suggestions that I kind of had to let sit for a little bit of time before I agreed on it. But I really wanted to have a name picked out by the time my family was in town, my mom was in town, just because I know she'd be asking, I know she'd be seeing friends, and they would want to know the other names. So we did decide on a name once I hit 20 weeks. So we have both first and middle names picked out for both of the boys, and we pretty much have it decided that baby A is going to be a certain name and baby B is going to be a certain name. We've been referring to them when I feel movement. Oh, so-and-so is moving, so-and-so is moving. So I think we just assigned names to baby A and baby B. We thought for a minute that we were going to wait till they came out and like look at them to pick out whose name was going to be what. But then I just felt like that would be too confusing, especially if they do wind up coming out looking similar. I just thought we'd be staring at them for days and not be able to decide. So baby A has a name and baby B has a name, and we've been calling them by their names. And in the long run, I'm so obsessed with both their names. Baby A's name is all for my family, and baby B's name is all for Harris's family, because we are raising the boys Jewish. Harris and his family, they're Jewish I'm not, but we were going to be raising the boys Jewish, so we had to name them based on how the Jewish religion names people. So my family gets baby A and his family gets baby B. So we have names, but unfortunately you guys are just going to have to wait to hear them. Okay, so that's pretty much it for baby and pregnancy updates. I know it's not really much, but I feel like when I vlog, I always update you guys on the belly or on the boys, and I do vlog a lot of my doctor's appointments, so I feel like you guys get updates through that. But other than that, there hasn't really been much of a difference, so I don't know if I'm going to do a second trimester update, but I will of course keep you guys updated in vlogs with how everything is going. So that is it for pregnancy and baby updates. And now we're going to move on to some moving/house updates. Okay, so I mentioned back in my original life update video, once I announced that I was pregnant, that Harris and I would be moving out of his parents' house shortly thereafter. If you guys don't know, Harris and I both live with his mom and dad, and my parents live down in Florida. So for the majority of the time of our relationship, we've actually been living here just because Harris is saving for us to get a house. Harris is the main provider for both of us. I'm still a full-time student, so it's hard for me to contribute. So it's basically all on him, which he's of course completely fine with, and it is something that we've discussed, and I will contribute when I can, but I'm still in school finishing up my degree, so of course I don't have a career set up like he does. But once I found out we were pregnant, we kind of had to expedite the moving out process. His parents, of course, are okay with us staying here, but I just feel like, especially with 2 newborns, it would just be a lot of people in this house. When Harris's sister did deliver her first child, her daughter, they lived here for quite some time while their house was being finished. They had bought a house and got some of it like remodeled. So they lived here for the first few months of their daughter's life, so it's not like his parents hadn't had a grandchild, like a newborn, live with them. So they're okay with it, but I just felt like it would have been too many people in this house, especially in his really small room, and I felt like Harris and I needed to really get ourselves set up and get situated. So of course we now had to expedite the moving process. If I did not get pregnant, we planned on moving out in May. So I was going to finish up my degree, graduate, and then we were going to move into a house. But of course, now that I'm pregnant, everything needs to be sped up and things are changing. I'm not going to be graduating in May. I'm going to graduate in December, which that's a whole other thing. But everything's changing. We want to be out and be settled and everything by the time that the twins come, just so we can have our own space. And of course, I want to have space for my mom to come and stay for the first few weeks of their lives to help me adjust to motherhood. So we did start looking at some apartments. We kind of set the move out date for us as November 1st, which is approaching pretty fast. So we looked around at some apartments, but to be completely honest, it is really expensive to live on Long Island. We only have one income, like I said, and it's not like Harris does bad. He actually does really well for himself and for us, and he makes really good money, but even with that, it's so expensive to live on Long Island. And Harris really just does not like renting. He's rented in the past. I know he's lived in the city after college with his cousins, I think, so he's rented in the past, but he had moved home in hopes of saving for his own home, and he just feels like renting is a waste of money. So every time we saw how much it was going to be for us to rent even just a 1-bedroom apartment on Long Island, it was insane and it was disheartening, and we just knew that us renting a place that's super expensive would also then impact us saving for a house in the next 2 years or so. So we kind of were at a crossroads. We were having a lot of help from his mom trying to look for places, and we were trying to be as sensible as we could and make compromises where we could, but there's only so much you can compromise on when you're having one child. But of course, when you're having twins, like there's things you need to consider. So I just felt like we were having a really hard time finding somewhere, and I was getting super discouraged, and I was talking to my mom about it, and I was saying how I was really stressed out about it and I didn't know what we were going to do. And his mom was saying, like, if you can't find anything, like, you guys can stay here, like, you're always welcomed, it's not like we're kicking you out. And we knew that, but like I said, we wanted our own place. We wanted somewhere to raise our children and, you know, have our own space. So we were both getting like really frustrated and really like sad over this whole house hunting process. So then one day we got a phone call, I guess you can say, or a text that literally changed it all, and I am so grateful for. So if you guys saw my vlog where I vlogged my level 2 sauna, you guys would have a little bit of information on what we are going to be doing as far as our living situation. But basically, Harris's aunt had texted his mom or texted him and basically told us that she had a place for us to live. So let me explain. So basically, Harris's aunt flips houses. So she had purchased a house and had the plans to completely level it, demolish the whole thing, and move it forward on the plot of land that it was on. When she heard that we were having some difficulty finding somewhere to live, she felt that this house was a perfect fit for us to stay in the meantime while she was getting permits and everything in order to go ahead with flipping the house. So basically, we are going to be renting a place from his aunt, and I say renting like this because his aunt is being so extremely generous with us and really not having us give her a lot of money. Originally, she wanted us to live there completely rent-free and not pay for a single thing because she's already taking care of it. Like, she had the plans of buying the house like without our help. So she wanted us to live there completely rent-free, and Harris is just the type of person that was like, no, I cannot do that from you. I can't just take the free handout. Like, please let me pay you something. So she's being so extremely generous. We are going to be renting this house from her for a year, give or take. She said if we need more time, like if a year is up and we have not found a place for us to move in terms of a home, because Harris and I do really want to buy a house or a townhouse in a certain area where his friends live in the next year and a half. So she said if we do not have that figured out in a year, it's not like she's gonna kick us out. We can stay there as long as we do have a plan. So it's just such an amazing opportunity for us. Harris is going to be able to save so much money with the amount that he has to give his aunt. It's not like we're giving her thousands and thousands of dollars. We are, of course, contributing whatever we can, but it is a huge help. He'll still be able to save a lot of his money for us to move in a year or so. It is in a really nice area. It's close to friends. It's not far from here, and it's a really nice house. I showed one clip in that vlog of like the main floor area, but it's basically a split level house. The kitchen is updated appliances, oil's been taken care of, chimneys have been cleaned. Like, it is an up-to-date, kept up house. The only thing that we're going to have to do is just paint a little bit, of course, to make it feel like home for us and make it more our style, if that makes sense. So she said since she plans on leveling the house, we can really do whatever we want in it. Like, we can literally put holes in the walls and paint whatever we want. We can do whatever we want with it. So it's just such an amazing opportunity, and we're going to be saving so much money, and it's so much more space than if we were just to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, I don't think you guys understand how grateful we are for this opportunity and thankful we are for this opportunity and excited for this opportunity. It just really is great, and it has all worked out like so well. My foot fell asleep again. So we still have the plan to start moving in on or around November 1st. She goes to closing around November 1st, so once she goes to closing on the house, we are then going to get it painted. Like I said, we want to paint the room that's going to be the boys' room, their playroom, our bedroom, and like the living room area. Then we of course need to start ordering furniture, which is something we've already started looking into just because furniture takes a really long time to get delivered. So we started the furniture process. Painting is going to be underway as soon as she goes to closing. And since it's not like we're signing a contract and have to move in, we can kind of take our time with moving in and setting up the house, which kind of takes a lot of stress and anxiety off of me. I hate moving. I hate the anxiety that it gives me. So I'm really glad that we can like do it nice and slow so I don't have to be stressed out or anything like that. So starting November 1st, we're slowly going to move in, and by December 1st, we want to be moved in so we can really be settled and make sure everything's in place and make sure the nurseries are set up and make sure, you know, I'm comfortable and everything like that. I don't want to be moving too far in my pregnancy just because I don't need that stress, but I do want to kind of slowly move in throughout the month of November and then by December be moved in. So I'm super excited. Harris is super excited. I hope you guys are excited because of course I'm going to vlog this process. Us, you know, moving in, decorating, getting everything set up, house tours, and then you guys will be seeing the house when I do my daily vlogs and everything like that when the twins come. So I'm super excited, and I know that this is going to approach really fast. That's why I kind of wanted to update you guys now, even though we have a few weeks before we start moving in. I wanted to update you guys now just so you guys are in the loop and you know what's going on. So Iris and I are officially moving and we could not be more excited. Alright, so another update that I have for you guys is I finally made another Instagram. This has been like a long time coming. So basically, if you guys are new here, I had an Instagram and I shared it with my YouTube, and that was like my main Instagram, and then I kind of just decided on a whim to delete that Instagram. I've had that Instagram probably since like maybe middle school, high school, I don't know. I decided to delete it just because I felt like there were so many people following it that like I didn't really care to share my life with, if that makes any sense. So I deleted that Instagram and then I made a new like personal account, which I did not share with YouTube, and I said that I was going to be making another account that was going to be dedicated to my YouTube channel, that I would post on there. I would be more interactive with you guys on there, and that kind of took me a long time to get set up and started just because school's been crazy and life's been crazy, but I finally set up an Instagram account for you all to follow. So the Instagram handle is justjenstone, all one word. I will put it right here so you guys can see what it is and go follow it. It is on private for now, and it probably will remain on private for a little while just because I'm weird like that and I like to see who follows me and like accept it, even though I know I'm not gonna know any of you guys. I just like that because there are pages that have no posts, or they're like really weird fan accounts, not me, like just like weird things, or really weird accounts that like I just don't want following me and like seeing my life. So I still want to be able to have a say in who follows me, but I'm sure once enough people start following me and kind of my numbers on here grow, I will come off of private, but for now I'm private. So if you guys request an Instagram and I don't accept it, just DM it and say like, hey, I'm from YouTube, like I watched your update video, and I will accept it. But yes, I finally made an Instagram. There are no posts on it yet, but I will start posting on it very shortly. I literally just made it last night, I think. So yes, Just Turned Stone, go follow it, and then you guys can be even more up to date with my life. And then my last updates for you guys are as far as my channel goes. So I kind of want to apologize for the lack of uploads. I was doing really good with uploading 2 videos a week all last semester, and even in the summer I was getting 2 videos up a week. But ever since this semester started, I feel like my schedule just sucks with filming. I like to film when no one is home. Of course, when it's like sunny out, so in like the morning time. And I just really don't have a lot of time to film with how my schedule is between school and my internship. And so I've only really been getting up 1 video a week for you guys, and I do feel really bad about it because I never said like, hey guys, I'm gonna like slow down my uploads. I kind of just stopped and started uploading 1 video a week. I do get 2 videos up a week when I can, but it's mainly been 1 video a week. So I think for now I'm just going to keep it at 1 video a week for the rest of the semester, and then once December hits and I am done with the semester, YouTube will be kind of like my sole focus. I won't have to worry about school and schoolwork or my internship. I will just have YouTube to worry about. So once December hits, I will be going back to 2 steady uploads a week. Of course, now, like I said, if I do have 2 videos ready, I will upload 2 videos a week. But at the very least, there will be 1 video up a week starting in December, 2 videos up a week. And then once the twins are born, I do want to give you guys really good content and keep you guys up to date with my life and kind of use YouTube as a way to share the twins with my family that's down in Florida. So I will possibly be bumping it up then to 3 uploads a week. So uploads will be picking up. I'm just really sorry with how busy I've been. it has been a lot. It has been an adjustment. It has been hard. I am pushing through school, but don't worry, you will never go a week without a video, and if you ever do, I am so sorry, but I will try and keep it at least one video a week, but expect more uploads once the semester is over. Alright guys, so I think that is it with all the updates that I have for you guys. I know it kind of was a lot. I know I kind of was really rambly. I tried to stick to my talking points, but sometimes I just go off on a tangent. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, head on down there and subscribe. And if you guys have any pregnancy related questions, I really want to film a pregnancy Q&A for you guys. I feel like this pregnancy is literally flying by and I have not done a single Q&A. I have no idea what you guys want to know. I have no idea what kind of questions you have for me, for my pregnancy, pregnancy in general, twin pregnancies, anything like that. So please leave those in the comments down below. I will put a little community post on my channel probably later in the week or next week asking for more questions, just if I don't get a lot of comments down below, just because I really want to film a pregnancy Q&A for you guys. So I think that's everything I have to say. I'm going to do a quick belly shot update for you guys, and then that'll be it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.